All right, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am here at the International Disc Golf Center, which is the headquarters of the PDGA, which is like our governing body. And they have the PDGA Hall of Fame here, as well as three very well put together disc golf courses, including W.R. Jackson, which is the premier course of the property. We're going to be playing the Champions Cup for the first major of 2022 there in just a couple weeks. But anyways, I'm still here practicing, just kind of soaking it all in. But I figured today was a good day to show you guys what the Hall of Fame kind of looks like and just kind of run through it and talk about what's in there. They got a big wall of plaques of all the players that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it says something about each player and what they've accomplished or what they've done for the sport of disc golf. And me just being like the biggest disc golf nerd I am, I can just stand there and look at everything inside. So I just wanted to kind of take you guys inside, give you a look, and just show you what it's all about. So pulling in the parking lot, you're going to see the building, International Disc Golf Center across the front. To your right, you have the Dan Stork Roddick Pavilion right next to the Steady Ed course. But walking in the door, you just see frisbees and discs everywhere. Trophies, plaques, you name it, it's all here. If you look at the trophy rack right in the front, it's just must be a bunch of people that donated their trophies to the Hall of Fame, but I just think it's really cool. There's just a million different names, a million different titles, different divisions. It's just a lot of history in one place. So this is the Hall of Fame wall, and it shows all the players and non-players of our time. There's Dave Dunapace, the original Innova genius. We got Harold Duvall, who's also with Dave in that sense, all the way to people like, Dave Greenwell. He's played every single World Championships. Ken Climo, of course, you guys know him. Sam Ferrens won the World Championships at 16 years old. Who else we got here? A bunch of people that you would know. Johnny Lissaman. Who else? Oh, Juliana Korver, of course. One of the greatest women's players of all time. Dan Ginley. Crazy John Brooks, can't miss out on Crazy John Brooks. Michael Sullivan, man, can't look at the Wall of Fame without mentioning Tomas Ekstrom. He is Latitude 64, has designed a million discs basically in relation to the rest of us, but he helps out Discmania a bunch. Tim Celinski, most of you guys know him. He's also one of the originals with Dave and Harold. Man, what a place to be. That's the dream right there. Statue of Steady Ed, the father of disc golf, most of you probably know. And then just an absolute masterpiece of a disc collection. So this top row here is actually a disc from every single world championship up until current day. So this one, what we got here, that is, what year is that? 92. Keep going, shows all the locations too. I was in Texas. This one, it's at Winthrop. That's interesting. 97 Worlds is at Winthrop. I had no idea. See, the more you know. 2001 in the Twin Cities, Minnesota. Shout out. All these on the top row. I actually have a Discraft disc with that stamp on it. The 2009 Worlds. Avery Jenkins Worlds, if you don't know that. These ones are more from the World Championships. More to current day, that one's 2016. And this one's special over here. That is a Steady Ed from the 2017 Amateur and Junior World Championships, which is the one that I participated in. All the way down to the Frisbee Pie, which if you don't know what that is, the Frisbee Pie is the first disc ever made. It's not even a disc, it's literally a pie tin that was called Frisbee Pies. And the reason the disc is called the Frisbee is because they used the pie tin to throw it like a Frisbee. And now, obviously, then it goes up to the Pluto Platter, all the way to the Midnight Flyers, and then you eventually get to the discs that are more like the Kitty Hawk or the Super Puppy, which is like, they look like a Frisbee, but they're not. They're more dense and small diameter. Johnny Lissaman's Points Leader Trophy, nice. Obviously, one of the most important things of all in there is the Steady Ed disc that was actually made after Steady Ed passed away in 2002, unfortunately, but he wanted them to put his ashes into a disc, and they didn't want people to just hold them. They wanted people to throw them. So I remember when I was like 16, my buddy actually found one and he threw it until he lost it. And it was a sad day when he lost it, but it is pretty cool to be a part of that history, to know that you were one of the people that were able to throw one of Steady Ed's discs. Also in there is the very first designed pole hole, which we now know as a basket. Back then it was called a pole hole before they had disc targets. For any of my Massachusetts or NEFA peeps out there, this is the date that the original disc golf basket was patented on, August 2nd, 1977. That is also Gerald Davis's birthday, so there you go. Over here we actually have a rack of all the disc golfer magazines, and guess what? I'm in this one. 2017 AM Junior Worlds. Shout out to AJ Carey. He actually won that year. And oh, there's Trevin Crow, one of my good friends. We played Junior Worlds together. And there I am. 3rd place, baby. And of course, what would the International Disc Golf Center be without a good pro shop? Tons of good discs, always just the best to see. And of course, great Discmania selection, new Splice right here. Some new MD3s, Mutant, and over here we got the new FDs. So, lastly, stepping outside the pro shop, you obviously have the 3 disc golf courses I told you about. It's the Ed Hedrick course, the Jim Warner course, and the W.R. Jackson course, which is the one we'll be playing in the major next weekend. But obviously, 3 must-play courses. I've heard great things about Steady Ed and Jim Warner, although we're not playing them in the tournament. But W.R. Jackson is the epitome of what wooded golf is supposed to be. It's just perfection, absolutely. But walking up to the tee pad, you see just wide open woods, nice clean fairways, and you get the same thing from the Steady Ed course and the Jim Warner course as well. But man, what a special place. And I just have to say that there's clearly a lot of time put into this complex. I think the complex is about 15 years old nowadays, but man, I am just so happy to have been here and be able to experience it, as well as playing the major in a couple weeks. But I hope you guys appreciate this as much as I do, because I am just living the dream, just kind of seeing all the history of the sport and seeing where we came from. And you know, it's just amazing that, you know, there's still history yet to be written, and I'm hoping to be involved in that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is kind of a different type of style, but I just wanted to try it out and show everybody, maybe who hasn't been to the IDGC, what it actually looks like inside and what our Hall of Fame looks like. So, as always, thank you guys for watching and tuning in, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.